Before the world sees your wins, your soul has to feel your work. It's the reps nobody applauds that produce the wins that do, all through a shifting of your identity into a dominator. This is all done in the dark every single day. So let me be your guide as I welcome you to this episode of the Dark Work Daily. Hey, welcome to Tuesday. The idea of what we do is about changing things. The idea is to be able to make shifts in life and over time become somebody different. In fact, you have already done this. It's already happened in your life. The person you are today is not who you were 6 months ago, 6 years ago, none of that. And it's usually such I think I want to say slow process that you don't notice it until all of a sudden something pops up and you have this moment of juxtaposition of what you used to do and how you do it differently now. And I noticed that this happens for a lot of folks, and it happens in a way where we're unaware of it. But most of the time, like the big changes, the moments in time, somebody lets you know, like, hey, you're doing things different now. Somebody in your life shows this to you, like your circle around you. They know this change is taking place. Sometimes you don't even notice it. You know you're working towards it, but it's not until a moment shows up that you can prove, or it's proof that you have changed. You know, for me in my life, I found that many times I've shown up and found nuances to life and thought of, the way I'm doing things and to want to be different. So I do something different. And people will point out like, oh, it's crazy. I didn't know you thought like that. Or it's interesting you do it that way. You never used to do it like that. And as I go through my journey of life, I know that's kind of a good thing. And you want people around you to see it. Now, how they receive it is also going to vary, right? Because people around you can see your identity shift before you can oftentimes. They notice when you start showing up differently. And like I've talked about, like some will love it. They'll give you some great feedback. But I also notice some won't like it. Some are going to point it out in a way that it rubs you wrong, in a way that feels as though they're being undermining or, flippant or poking you a little bit. And that is what takes place. Oftentimes, I've found that there are people who are in our lives, and they don't do it because they're mad at you. They don't do it because they're bad people. But what they actually do is they do it because it stands out as different. Even if it's in a good direction, right? So if it's like you drink a lot with your friends, or you go and do, smoke a lot, or do drugs, at some point you go, not for me. What do you mean you don't drink anymore? Man, you're a loser. Get a beer. Come on, don't be weird. And the interesting thing is they're noticing it, but they're saying it as a bad thing. You think you're better than us now? No, what are you talking about? I don't want to drink today. And you will have them notice it, but they won't notice it in joy. Now, there are situations where someone will notice and go, wow, I respect you do that now. I appreciate you. That is less likely to happen. The idea is you have to read these reactions of the people in your circle and see it as data. And you have to start asking yourself, why do you have resistance from other people? Why is this thing going on? And I will tell you the answer is because it means you're on the right track. Now, you will have some people that will notice this and they will slowly pull themselves away from your world. That's a good thing. It may not happen every time, but oftentimes you'll find that some folks will just slowly remove themselves. Some people you have to remove. And I don't know the exact purposeful, approach to all these things, but I do know that oftentimes if you have someone in your life you don't want around, they want to disappear, let them go. It's fine. Let them go. Do your thing. They'll know who you are. They'll notice at a distance, and then they can live their life. And if at some point they want to come back in, they'll know the boundaries you've set. They'll know how you function. They'll respect it or not, and they'll press on. It's fine to remove some folks. Some people you do respect, you love, and as you progress, you kind of want to bring them with you. That conversation can vary. The difference in this situation is you give them an opportunity to improve, but you don't frame it like you have to improve. The way you frame it is you go, hey, I'm doing some different things in my life. I'm trying to get to this new level. I want to function like this. Man, I'd love to have you around. I'd love to have you be part of my people and part of my crew. But I'm just saying the way you're doing things, I can't have that around me right now. If you want to, take some time to think through this, totally. But I would love to have you around. But these are the things that I would not be able to allow to happen in my presence anymore. And if you are committed to doing those things, totally cool. I love you, but they can't be happening around me. If at some point you want to elevate with me, man, I'd love to have you come along with me. And that is a conversation you could have to get them to go, wow, I can choose. Now, if they don't change, they have selected to remove themselves. However, if they do decide to change, you made two people's lives better by one hard conversation. And not even just one hard conversation, but you living an example of what that could look like. See, this is what you want to be able to get to in life. You want to be able to get to conversations where you are placing yourself at a higher level than the circle you've been in for so long. Doesn't mean they're bad people, just means they're not the level you want to elevate to. And you can climb to higher levels and bring them with you or enter spaces with higher level humans. But you have to make that choice. And ideally, if you're already getting pointed out by somebody that you're operating different, changing up, good. I'm trying to. I didn't do all this stuff to stay the same. And when you embrace this perspective and embrace these situations, you feel less bad about people in your life complaining, pointing it out, making, comments. I feel way less bad. And I had times I've had situations where I had to have the exact same discussions. And people have had the same discussions with me. Like, I'm just being honest. I've never been a perfect human. But the idea is over life, I've learned how these things happen. And the more I look at it, I want to have moments where I'm elevating. I don't want to, at this stage of my life, I'm not cutting anybody out. I've got a great circle of people around me. But do realize I had to cut some fat. It's the nature of the beast. But as I progress up, it leaves room to have deep connected relationships with the fewer people that are around me, as well as I elevate to higher rooms, I feel confident to be in those rooms. But it all happens because of a choice to lean in that way. So for you, be okay with people noticing what's going on in your life and as you change. And do not use people's negative feedback as a reason to tuck back into the smallness to be accepted by them, but use it as a litmus test to realize you're finally doing the right thing. If this episode stirred something in you, good. That means there's work to be done. Don't ignore it, because listening is just the beginning. Because real change happens when you engage and you commit. So I invite you to join the Dark Work community inside the Dark Work app, which is where you communicate with amazing people on the same journey as you. You can find them on the App Store and the Google Play Store right now. Step into the conversations that sharpen your habits, strengthen your identity, and keep you locked in to the Dark Work.